You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Come on in. Got a big show today about not getting ripped off. I guess that's what we could call it. More, it's about feeling empowered in what you want throughout the day to get what you want throughout the day. It's about being a good negotiator and not feeling like somebody's going to step on you all the time, which sometimes we feel, don't we? It's okay. I'll explain it here in a few minutes. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Life begins when you move. And then pretty much the minute you take a step, it's like, whoa, what happened? What are you doing? Stop it. Could be you talking to yourself. Could be your colleagues, your family. What are you doing? Well, I had an idea. You know, Scott said life begins when you move, so I did. Yeah. What do you listen to him for? I'm not. I'm listening to myself. Yeah, but you've never done that before. You can't do that. Well, I feel like I can't. No, you can't. Sit down. Then on your left shoulder, Scott, little teeny Scott. It's a version of me because as my full weight, I can't sit on your shoulder. It's a small version of me. I whisper in your ear, stand up. And I run around the other side, take a step. And I run around the other side. Repeat. And you think to me, Scott, okay, I take it, man. But how long do I have to do it? And at that point, I've left and gone on to somebody else. You got to figure it out. But I would suggest you keep going until you get what you want. How you doing? It's me, Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. In the studio, feel naked, don't have my camera turned on. It feels good. And I think I'm making the right decision here. Following my muse. My muse says, turn the damn camera off. Scott Logic email is out right now. You got that yet? Just go get it. Scott Logic. It's getscottlogic.com. Motivationtomove.com. You'll find it there. It's free. It's good. It's short. You'll like it. It'll improve your day. I write it from my desk to you. Nobody else writes it for me. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe anytime. You will not hurt my feelings. I'll just give it to somebody else. No problem. So negotiation. Are you good at it? Almost everybody I talk to will say, I hate negotiating. Just give me a price. I'm not a strategic kind of negotiator. Like, for instance, if I go to the Bahamas in the straw market, I don't like it. I just, here's my price. How much does it cost? That's me. I don't want to negotiate. I know it's what they do. I'm not that kind of guy. However, I am very good at it, very strategic. I just don't walk around doing that. I have been known to walk into a dealership, car dealership, a motorcycle dealership, a motor home dealership. And I've said to my wife, I'm not going to buy anything. Let me just stop in. I just want to talk to the salesman. And what I'm really actually trying to do is negotiating a little bit and see what happens. And it has cost me at least one car, at least 2 motorcycles, and 2 motorhomes. Got to be careful with that negotiating thing. People say they don't like sales and marketing or negotiating. I got news for you. Whether you like those or don't like those, you're doing them every single day anyway. You may as well get used to it. But usually you know why you don't like it, because you feel bad. And that's okay too. I was in Atlanta one time with a client. I'll not say his name as to protect him from his guilt. I was the innocent one in this one. Flight was in about 30 minutes. I was beginning to think that I was going to miss my flight. He had walked me into the gate. That's very rare. Usually I spent the whole day there talking about a project I was going to do for him. And he said, I'll walk you in. I'm thinking, this is weird. I don't have any time. What are you walking me in for? It's Atlanta. It's a big airport. But he did. He walked me in. And we go to the food court area, and he sits down. I'm thinking, okay, I got to go. And he pulls out the contract and pulls out a pen. And he crossed out the number that I had there and wrote in a smaller number. And he kind of shoved it across the table. He said, if you can do it for that price right there, I'll sign this contract right now. Now, immediately, a couple things went into my head because I immediately got pushed back. I felt very uncomfortable in the moment. I immediately became the underdog. So I checked my watch. Didn't want to miss my flight. I almost took the deal. After all, winners get deals done, right? Is that what we hear? You get the deal done at all costs. Get it done. Plus, young family at the time. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I had money. I didn't. Probably couldn't afford the plane ticket there. Start my brand new business. I needed that check. It was a good-sized check. But experience has taught me something about this kind of thing in the past, that business deals that start poorly rarely get better. In fact, I'll go one step further. Anything that starts poorly rarely gets better. Things that start good usually get better. Well, I can almost promise you that if it starts poorly, it almost never gets better. So I decided to turn this less than ideal, less than classy negotiating gambit on its head. So as a human, we are hardwired to survive and thrive, right? Now, my family needed the money. I needed the money, but I also know I was doing the work. I knew the experience I had to go through. And to be honest with you, I'd seen this gentleman before and the way he treats people. And I thought, okay, I know one thing about the way people treat people, whether it's good or bad. I know that my turn is coming. I just know it. If I see how you treat somebody, did you agree with me on that? If I see you treating somebody in an inappropriate manner, I just know eventually it's my turn. And I knew that. I knew he needed what I could do for him. In fact, I uniquely could do for him. I knew that. I knew my price was fair, probably too fair. Why? Because I needed the freaking money. And more importantly, he feared I wouldn't do it. I knew that. I knew that he thought I might turn down his offer. And yet still, I felt like the underdog. Because that's the thing about this. We always feel like the underdog on both sides of the table. He did as well as I did. He was afraid I wasn't going to take the deal. I was afraid I wasn't going to get the deal. And in that moment, it was very odd. So probably for the very first time in my life, and I've done it hundreds of times since then, I said, if you can sign the original deal before I get on the plane, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll have to pass. But I've enjoyed spending the day with you. I'm sure it wasn't that eloquent, but it was something like that. My dad used to say, always be ready to walk away. Old school advice, right? If you can sign the original deal before I get on the plane, I'll do it. Then I shut my mouth. You know what they say, he who speaks first loses. For a guy that speaks for a living, do you think it might be a challenge for me to keep my mouth shut? You better believe it is, although I do have that skill. About 30 seconds went by. It felt like an hour. He signed the original deal. And without saying a word, he opened his briefcase, pulled his checkbook out, didn't give me a deposit, wrote me a check for the whole amount, and asked, when can we get started? See, he knew I needed it, knew I needed the job. He knew I needed the money. And in that instant, suddenly he became my friend again. Why? Not only did I get my way and he signed the deal, but he stepped up a little bit more and made it even more exciting for me. And I had the ability to fly home and walk in my kitchen and see my wife and say, guess what I got, honey? And whip out a check and go, we get dinner tonight. Oh, the journey of life. It is long and paved with potatoes for dinner. That relationship, by the way, lasted for years. And we never had to experience that again. It turned out to be a very good deal for both of us. And they only stopped because I got out of the business of doing television and started doing this. Always keep that in mind. You will always feel like the underdog when you're negotiating, and I would say that in most instances, when you're slightly out of your comfort zone, pushed in a place you don't like to be, maybe surprised a little bit, you'll feel like the underdog in almost anything you do in life. And all you have to do to fix it is just say, oh yeah, so do they. They feel the same way I do. Letting mentors find you, another story, a lesson that I learned a long time ago and applied again and again and again. I even applied it yesterday about mentors and how you can get a mentor. Get my Scott Logic email. Just go to getscottlogic.com. It's there for you. It's free. It's good. It's awesome. 72% of the folks are opening it every single day, which tells me it's good. And if you would like this show commercial free, we've had a lot of them lately. If you're not hearing them, thank you. If you'd like not to hear them, go to dailyboostpremium.com, cough up a couple of bucks. You can have them too.